Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. According to Hillary Clinton, Vladimir Putin, who has been meddling in our elections, is going to be meddling in the 2024 presidential election. This comes on the same day as Washington Post and NBC report that their pollsters are showing that Trump has a 10 or more point lead over Biden for the 2024 presidential election. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ANN, American News Network. I'm your host, Vlad. Really quickly, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Midas Gold Group. They are a Christian, veteran, family gold, silver, and precious metals company located out of Phoenix, Arizona. They are an IRA company. They protect your money against Bidenomics, which is Bidenflation, against bank runs and the collapse of the dollar. We know that BRICS is now building a brand new currency that they want to build to challenge the dollar. Protect and save your savings and your retirement fund through something you can physically touch and hold, not just numbers on a computer screen. Contact them at MidasGoldGroup.com or give them a call at 480-360-3000. Mention Vlad from American News Network. Get a bunch of free silver. They'll hook you up. They did me right. They'll do you right. Let's protect our money. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into it. Hillary Clinton is back. She's angry. She's upset. Right? And yesterday, she was talking to the Circle Back girl, the former press secretary of the Biden administration. And she said that, I believe Putin, he's working real hard to bring back Trump. But the very same day, NBC and Washington Post reported that Trump was leading by 10 points or more over Biden. And every other poll in the nation either has Biden and Trump tied or Trump leading by 1, 2, 3 points. Now we know those polls are fake. Trump is like 99 and Joe's at like maybe 1. DeSantis at 0.02. But we're going to watch this. I've only watched this once. I just ran through it quick, so it's kind of going to be a reaction. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, here we
Vladimir Putin has obviously your friend and mine.
Yes, indeed.
He has intervened in our election in the past.
Right.
It's not something, as you experienced firsthand, it's not something we talk about a lot. Do you?
Something that you have experienced firsthand. When did Hillary Clinton experience this? We know that she paid $2 million for the fake Russia story. Right? And then there was an entire investigation. John Durham said not a drop of evidence. Hillary Clinton paid for this fake story. Obama knew about it. Biden knew about it. They knew it's a lie from the pit of hell, which is Hillary's basement.
Fear that is something that could be happening for 2024? And do you think we should be talking about it more?
Well, I think we should be talking about it more because I don't think, despite all of the deniers, there's any doubt that he interfered in our election.
So she calls us deniers, but yet she denies the fact that she lost fair and square in 2016. These left-wing deniers are getting out of control. When is she going to be indicted?
Or that he has interfered in many ways in the internal affairs of other countries, funding political parties, funding, political candidates, buying off, government officials in different places. So that is his own.
She literally just explained the United States and how our CIA operates around the world. We buy off candidates. We install candidates that we like. We get rid of people. She's literally explaining the United States of America. I love this country. This is my home. But we've been doing the world dirty. I believe the world will be a much better and safer place if we don't have the CIA and if we get out of NATO.
This his opus operandi, in the sense that he hates democracy. He particularly hates the West, and he especially hates us. And
of course, because we promised them NATO was not going to move another inch. But no, NATO didn't just move an inch. It moved 17 countries closer to where we are on their borders. Imagine if Russia signed a military agreement with Canada or Mexico, and then they built bases there and put long-range missiles there and a bunch of foot soldiers. How would we react? We all remember the Cuban Missile Crisis, right? We still to this day have not lifted our sanctions against Cuba. And the Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore. Really quickly, the CIA, who are they? So the CIA was established as an anti-KGB, like military, psychological type of thing. So the KGB was of the Soviet Union. They were their IRS. Their job was to bring down the United States and the West. And the job of the CIA was to take down, the Soviet Union. The CIA succeeded. They broke the Soviet Union. It made it collapsed. So now there's no more Soviet Union. There's no more KGB. There's no more that huge communist empire. So the CIA has nothing to do. They're just sitting there throttling their thumbs with a bunch of money. So what do they do now? Everyone that doesn't agree with them and does not obey them, they're their modern day KGB in their minds.
He has determined that he can do two things simultaneously. He can try to continue to damage and divide us internally, and he's quite good at it. And sadly,
again, she's speaking about the United States, the CIA, and our legacy media.
He has a lot of apologists and enablers in our own country, people who either don't see the danger or dismiss it out of hand, or maybe agree with some of the positions he's taken on certain things, including his barbaric invasion of Ukraine.
I'm just not even going to comment.
And so dividing us and then trying to seize territory in such a brutal way to try to expand his reach, to try to restore the Russian Empire, if not the former Soviet Union, that is who he is. I said that for years.
Again, she's explaining herself. We came, we saw, he died. Who cares? Remember that? Gaddafi? Gaddafi was not a bad guy. They tell us that he was, but if you look into him, he had the country working. Yeah, he had his flaws. Who doesn't? But if you look at the state of his country now and how it was under him, I bet you the people wish they never came, they never saw, and he never died.
Part of the reason he worked so hard against me is because
Putin worked hard. Yeah, sure.
He didn't think that he wanted me in the White House. So we are where we are, and part of the challenge is to continue to explain to the American public that, the kind of leader Putin is, this authoritarian dictator who literally kills his opposition,
The lady with the biggest list says that it's bad to take out your opposition. Lady, you're known for a list. That's what you're known for.
Journalists, poisons people who disagree with him, invades other country, interferes with our election. That is part of the alternative we have to reject in this election. We have to reject authoritarianism. We have to reject a kind of creeping fascism almost of people who are really ready to turn over their thinking, their votes, to wannabe dictators, and we can't allow that to proceed. So I think it's fair to.
And the wannabe dictator is Joe Biden and the radical left. They are going against their number one political opponents, something that has never been done in this country ever. And they've broken the seal. But guess what? We're going to seal it back up.
Say that...
and they won't like it.
You have a tough job because you have to talk about what's happening in the news, but you also have to keep people's eyes on what's right behind the horizon. And I fear that, the Russians have proved themselves to be quite adept at interfering, and if he has a chance, he'll do it again.
Do you know what I think, ladies and gentlemen? You want to know what I think? Well, if you're watching this video, maybe you do. Let me move my mic back. I think they're preparing for the worst case. When Trump wins in a landslide like they've never seen before, they got to make excuses. But here's how a lot of people that believed the first time, right, about the 2016 election, and then who believed that 2020 was the most safe and secure election in American history, who believed that. But then just 4 years later, again, it was a, stolen election by Putin. They're going to say, what do you mean? How? Okay, so Trump wins. He's president. But then with him as president, we end up having the greatest election and safest and most secure in all of American history to take him out. Then the Democrats for 2 years hold Congress, Senate, most states, and the presidency. Then the Republicans barely in the midterms take the House. And now he's meddling in our elections again. How? Make it make sense. When you lose, Putin meddled in the election. When you win and anyone questions it, we indict them. How does that make sense? Ladies and gentlemen, ask your liberal friends, please explain to me, how is it that whenever the Democrats lose, Putin meddled? Whenever they win in the weirdest way ever, first time in American history that within 24 hours all the votes weren't counted, millions voted by mail, right? Then it stretched out from 24 hours to several weeks in some states. Trump had a lead of 1 million votes and then loses by 30,000. Right? And so when that happens and you get Trump out, the most safe, the most secure, but the most weird things happened. But then when he wins again, they're meddling again. Make it make sense. When you win, don't even question it. Don't even ask anything, or else you'll be indicted and you'll go to jail and your electors will be arrested. And even your attorneys are going to get arrested. So don't you question when we win. It was safe and secure. But when they lose, oh my goodness. Orange man bad. Putin wants to take over the world. Lady, how about you go and you see yourself in the mirror and, I don't know, pull a Gaddafi. Ladies and gentlemen, these election deniers are getting out of control. They're getting out of hand. They can't even keep up with their own lies. They go from the most safe... I can't. My brain can't even comprehend the hypocrisy, the irony, the lies. I mean, just... Here, look at her face, how it ends. How the video ends. Look at that. Oh no, it closed. Never mind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Thank you so much. We got to keep praying. They're worried. They're shaking in their boots for a reason. And I believe they will try to pull anything to possibly try to stop the next year's election from even happening. But guys, God bless you. Check out the links down below. There's also a link to my store and my pillow with my promo code where you can save a bunch of money. There's a link to my merch store. Love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, share. God bless.